Welcome to the Diary of a Bushman. Today's episode is simply Zanzibar Uncovered, the podcast that takes you beyond the postcards and into the heart of one of the world's most magical islands. Together we'll explore the history, hidden gems, turquoise waters, hidden spice trails, vibrant markets, and soulful traditions that make Zanzibar unlike anywhere else on Earth. But here's the twist. We're not just reading from a guidebook. We're hearing it all through the eyes of the people who live here, breathe here, and love this island deeply. And today, we're kicking off with one of Zanzibar's native and local guide, someone who knows the island's secrets better than any map ever could. From the top 10 must-do adventures to hidden gems only locals know, from the rhythms of Taarab music to the taste of freshly ground cloves. This is Zanzibar as you've never heard it before. So whether you're planning your first trip, dreaming of a return, or simply craving a little island escape wherever you are, you're in the right place. Stay tuned. Our journey into Zanzibar's soul begins right now.
Yeah, good. Yeah, let's go.
We all know of a saying that the world is a book. And for those who don't travel, they happen to read only one page. And this was by St. Augustine. But what if I told you that you would read more pages from this book of life if you explored the world from the eyes of the local people, of the destinations and the places you would visit? Welcome to the Diary of a Bushman, a space where we strip life down to its essence, and a place where we explore what really matters. I am Tim Rogers. Call me the Bushman, a curious traveler, a student of life, and your host. Today's episode will be a little bit different because we are going to explore one of Africa's most fascinating tourism destinations, but this time around, not through the guidebooks, not through your social media influencer, but through the eyes of a local person who also happens to be a tour guide, a social entrepreneur, and with a lot of experiences, as we shall be hearing. This is one of my colleagues in the space of tourism. He's called Fadil, and we met in Uganda. The first time I met our guest for today, we met in Uganda. And just like any other profession, when an engineer meets an engineer, there's always that connection. When a doctor from China meets a doctor from Tanzania, there's always that connection. The same with tour guides. So I met this colleague in Uganda, and then we connected. But before I go much into the connection, let me introduce Fadil to you and give him a chance to introduce himself. Fadil.
Thank you very much, Bushman. And thank you guys for having me. My name is Fadil Jumanne Othman. Jumanne is a Tuesday. I find a way on why am I a content creator. Tuesday it's a name of my father, really name of my father, where every Tuesday I share content on YouTube, TikTok, and even Instagram. Yeah, born and raised in Zanzibar. I've always been passionate about sharing my island's beauty and culture, which led me to become a local guide and content creator. So right now I'm called myself a father SPOBI, and this SPOBI, it's a brand identity. It represents creativity, storytelling, and a way of connecting people with the authentic Zanzibar experience, which is SPOBI means Swahili, Portuguese, Oman, British, and independent. These are the top 5 rulers who came and ruled Zanzibar. which I finished with independence. That's where Zanzibar got it. It was 1964.
Okay.
I've been always passionate about entrepreneurship, sharing my island's beauty and culture, which led me to become a local guide, a content creator, and a change maker.
That's really nice, Fadil. And Fadil,
Yes,
maybe just to set the the ground for everyone, because we happened to meet in Uganda the first time we caught up, and we shared quite a lot because we had a lot in common, and especially the interest and the things we really wanted to do. Uh,
yes.
can you please take us through your journey in Uganda? How did you come to Uganda, and what were you doing in Uganda?
Yes, that's actually a good question. Uh, it was just a lucky for me to join Uganda. I had a dream to be. I was like thinking, how can I support people, especially in Zanzibar, to get something that anybody can use. So, as an opportunity came, me joining the Social Innovation Academy was one of the most important turning point in my life. Uh, it gave me not only the skills and tools to think differently, but also the courage. I believe that young people like me can design solutions that truly change communities. Um, Out of this journey uh, came the birth of Ubunifu Foundation, which is I proudly uh, co-founded with the vision of empowering other young people in Zanzibar to unlock their potential, creating social enterprises and live with purpose. For me, it was not just about building an organization, but about creating a movement where I hope creativity and opportunity at the same time. I became a content creator that allowed me to take this mission further by using digital platform to tell a story showcasing the beauty of Zanzibar and inspire both locals and visitors to see uh, the islands through a lens of culture, innovation, and community impact. All of these roles connect one purpose to create impact, open door to others, and use my voice to create a life lasting legacy.
That's really interesting because Fadil, you happen to be a man of very many talents, from social entrepreneurship to uplifting communities to tour guiding and then to content creation and in very many other disciplines. But today specifically, we want to take us through uh, one of Africa's, I think, one of the most fascinating tourism destinations in Africa, because Zanzibar happens to be a hotspot, a, a connecting point of different cultures. Because I realized that in Zanzibar there is a connection between there is a culture from Europe, then a culture from Africa, from the Asians, from the Indians. So it's like a hotspot, and you don't find this elsewhere. And as a person who grew up from this kind of environment, I think it would be really interesting to explore this place just beyond the guidebooks or beyond what we see on social media. So I think it would be really important that you take us through Zanzibar from the lens of you, the tour guide or the local person who have grown up and been raised from this area.
Yes, this is actually a great question that I've never received in my whole life. Uh, Firstly, Zanzibar, it's a combination of two big islands, Unguja and Pemba, which is surrounded with more than 50 small ones outside. With that definition, makes Zanzibar special. But that is not only something that that you can be satisfied. Zanzibar, it's an island that was a center of slave trade in East Africa, where right now it has from people from different countries like Indians, Arabs, Swahili, Chinese, Germans people, all living together like a family, and create a cosmopolitan culture that makes Zanzibar to be one of the best tourist destination in Africa.
That's very
So
interesting, and and we shall be really looking forward uh, to what you'll be sharing with us, because I think that will
yes.
be really important for
Mm,
someone who wants to visit Zanzibar, someone who has been to Zanzibar,
mm,
but they would like to come back to Zanzibar through the
mm,
perspective of the local person,
yes.
and someone who's just interested in good things, because I think Zanzibar should be one of the good things you would like to happen to your life.
Mm.
A bit about Zanzibar.
Um, for me, what makes Zanzibar truly unique, it's a combination of history, culture, and people. The island is having a museum. The I believe the island it's like a museum with its Swahili traditional, stone sounds heritage, and warm hospitality of local. It's not just about the beaches; it's also about the spirit, which is many people call Zanzibar is Hakuna Matata, which means no worry. It's a combination of two big islands, Unguja and Pemba, surrounded with more than 50 island small ones outside. That makes Zanzibar special and unique.
Okay. Yeah, because when people hear about Zanzibar, they only think
Mm,
about those blue waters, the spice
mm,
markets.
mm,
But from your perspective as a local person, um, could there be anything that you think is truly unique on top of um, what you've shared already? Could there be something special, unique as a local person in Zanzibar? Could there be
yeah,
something special? Okay.
yeah. As I said, uh, for me, what makes Zanzibar truly unique, it's a combination of history first,
Okay.
with, a culture. You know, we have a different culture living together as a family, people. You know,
Yeah.
and the island is like a living museum with our Swahili traditional, Stone Town's heritage, and the warm hospitality of locals, uh, which makes Zanzibar unique. And it's not just about the beaches and the good environment. It's about the spirit that makes Zanzibar a good place for everyone to come.
Yeah, that's really interesting because me personally, when I think of Zanzibar, the first thing that comes to my head are the white sand beaches. The beaches are they are really nice. They really look so beautiful. Hmm?
By
And they
the way,
look
the
good.
Bushman. By the way, the
Okay,
Bushman, you should come to Zanzibar and enjoy.
of course. That's my other home. Now that you're there, then for sure you like my brother down there.
Mm,
Yeah. And Fadil,
yes.
just like you already inviting me to Zanzibar,
Mm.
if a first timer visitor asked you, what should I not miss in Zanzibar? What is the very first sport or activity you would recommend? And why would you recommend this sport or this activity for this first time traveler or visitor to Zanzibar?
Yes, I would say Stone Town. It's a heart of Zanzibar where you
Okay.
can walk through the narrow streets, see the carved doors, explore the old fort, and feel the history. It's the best way to connect with the island soul. That's the first
Okay.
place which I would recommend to go and
So
see.
for any person who is thinking of going to Zanzibar as a first timer, your
Mm.
recommendation as a local guide there is Stone Town.
Stone Town first. Yes,
Stone
Stone
Town.
Town. And then and then the good things, uh, the it wasn't called the Stone Town. It was
Okay.
called at that time was called a downtown
Okay, it
until
was called downtown.
until the World Bank come was until the one among the member from World Bank
Okay.
came to Zanzibar. It was 1980s, and
Okay.
then they were like, "You guys are having a good city, building with the stones. Why can't you call it Stone Town?" And then we were like, "Yeah, it is Stone Town official."
So that's how it gave the name Stone Town.
Yeah, that's why the name comes Stone Town. But before it was called the downtown in Swahili is mjini.
Mjini,
Yeah,
downtown.
downtown.
Yeah, because when you hear Stone Town, it's something really, you wonder where it comes
Mm,
from. Like, why Stone
yeah,
Town?
mm, yeah,
Are,
yeah.
are
Every
many stones,
everything uh, everything there was built by stones. That's why I
okay,
call it Stone Town. And many stones that are used to build there is coming from the corals,
okay.
which mean the oceans and our building there are connecting.
Ah, great. And Fadili, because
Mm,
many travelers I have encountered and some I've interacted with, they
mm.
love hidden gems. Hmm? They love hidden treasures, like hidden spots that are not yet discovered by crowds. Hmm? Is
Mm.
there a place in Zanzibar you think only locals really know about, but visitors should definitely experience?
Yes. I would first recommend, first, there's so many places. If you feel like you've come to Zanzibar and you've discovered everything, you are wrong. Zanzibar has a lot to offer.
Okay, tell us more about
So,
that.
the reason I'm telling you this, we have a lot of tours here in Zanzibar.
Okay,
It depends. It depends with your interest. If you come with your photograph interest, I will never
okay,
take you to the history place. I'll take you to the
okay,
place where you can have a picture, enjoying, share it to the Instagram,
okay,
Twitter. If you are interested in history, uh, that's where you'll understand why this island is called Zanzibar, which means the
okay.
land of the black people.
Ah, okay,
Yeah. Back to the question. Yes, I would recommend visiting Manga Pwani Caves or
okay,
some of the small fishing villages. The places show the really life of locals way away from the touristic crowds. You'll get to see the
okay,
community tradition and untouched beauty of Zanzibar.
okay. That's really interesting. So it's possible that when someone who's looking for hidden special places that are not so touristic, you would
Yes,
recommend these ones.
yes. And the good things is that right now I'm in the process of finding a drone, having my own
Okay,
drone. I'll
okay.
be showing you the hidden gems in Zanzibar.
That
It's
would be
a
really nice. We can't wait for that video.
Yeah, it is upcoming video. So stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah. We shall follow you on your different platforms and channels that we can catch up that amazing piece with the
Mhm.
gems of Zanzibar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Fadil, there's something that was really interesting, and I thought we should share about. We once talked about Zanzibar being one of the islands with spices, and spices being like a big part of Zanzibar's identity. Could you walk us through the spice farm experience and what makes it more than just a tour? Because spices, there was a time in my history class where they said spices were like gold in some years ago, that European sailors and people from around the world were traveling looking for spices here and there. Do you want to tell us more about this with spices and Zanzibar? What is the connection?
Yeah. First, a long time ago, if you're having a gold and spice,
Okay. So
people will
spice
choose
was gold.
spices. Yeah, people will
Okay,
choose
so people
spices.
choose spices over gold.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
and that was something really attracting explorers. Why
Okay.
spices are more worth than gold. So, one among the explorers from from Portuguese, you
Okay.
know, they came to the Indian Ocean area to look for the spice, and then were like, where the spices. They were like asking themselves, where this spice roots coming from? Where the spice is coming from? Where can I get spices? So, for example, a good one among the Portuguese explorer called the Vasco da Gama was really looking for spices. He came to the Indian Ocean, the eastern coast of Africa, and then used to believe that the spices coming from from India.
Okay.
So, and then on the he went there, he found some spices, and then he
Okay.
believed that's where spices coming. And then on the way back from Indian, he come across to the island of Zanzibar, and then was like, that island, people are living there. Let me go and see. And then he landed. You know, after landed, he saw
Okay.
people, local people living happy life with local leaders. We called them Mwenye Mkuu. Mwenye
Okay.
Mkuu is like a title, could be female or male.
Oh, for
So
the leader.
yeah, exactly. It's
Okay.
like a chief, a local
Okay.
chief. Yeah. So Vasco da Gama was surprised and then was like, uh, these people living with happy life, and then the spices are there, living, like family. So now when I go back home, I should talk to the king and queen to come and control Zanzibar. You know, and
Okay.
then and then he went back to Portuguese and then advised king and queen to come and control Zanzibar. Later, they agreed. They came to Zanzibar with the three ends: first to control
Okay.
Zanzibar, second to take anything in value, and third it was to force local leaders to pay tax for them.
Okay.
That's yeah, that's where that was the first time Zanzibar to be colonized by Portuguese.
Okay.
So they took anything valued here, especially spices, and that's uh, but they've never finished. And that's where
The spice has never finished.
they've never finished.
Till today, you still have a lot of spices.
You have this one of spices. That's why when you come to Zanzibar, especially to the spice tour, it's like walking into Zanzibar's history and lifestyle. You don't
Okay.
just see the spices, you touch, smell, and taste
Yeah.
them. Local farmers explain how spices are used for medicine,
Okay.
cooking, culture. It's very interactive and full of surprises.
Okay. Are there some examples of spices that come from Zanzibar that from the early days till today are still,
Mm.
I would say, trending, are still trending?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we have a clove, which
Clove,
is
yeah?
co- yeah, which is a king, which is a king of spice.
Okay. That's the king of spices.
Exactly, yeah, that's the king of spice we have here in Zanzibar. To be honest, if I start mentioning spices here, we'll never finish this meeting.
I think that this is the reason you have even a spice tour,
Yeah,
something like a
exactly.
spice
That's the
tour,
reason. Yeah,
where
that's the reason.
do you want to talk a little bit about this spice tour, like with the spice
Yeah,
tour? Okay.
yeah, exactly. The spice tour is like a walking into Zanzibar's history and
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle.
Okay.
You don't just see the spices. You touch, smell, and taste them. Local farmers explain how spices are used for medicine,
Okay.
culture, and it's very attractive and full of spice and full of surprises.
That's really interesting because I've seen some videos coming in from Zanzibar with spices,
Mm,
and
yeah,
if a person like me who likes food, this is a place you want to be.
yeah,
Because then
exactly.
you
and
have
the
to
good things,
get
and the good things. And next week, I'll be sharing with you the video about the spice tour,
Oh, we're
how the
also waiting
spice
for
tour
this
looks
one.
like.
We also need to catch this video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And maybe to step a little bit from the spices, because
Yeah.
Zanzibar is really famous for its beaches, like I told you earlier, because
Mm,
the beaches are really, I would say, stunning. They're really beautiful,
mm,
uh, but they are so different. This is what I realized, that most of these
mm,
beaches are so different. But
mm.
from the point of view, from your point of view as a local and tour guide in Zanzibar,
Yes.
which which beaches tell the real story of Zanzibar's life?
Yes. The first one I would say Paje Beach. It is not
Okay,
it's a beach which is a bit far from from the stone town. That beach is really amazing. It is not
okay,
only beauty, but it's also full of a local energy. You'll see
okay,
fishermen, seaweed farmers, especially women's,
okay,
kite surfers, and children playing. It's like a mixing of daily life and natural
okay.
beauty.
Okay, because that brings out the real picture of Zanzibar.
Exactly, exactly.
So
Yeah.
if you want to get the real feel of Zanzibar, that is
Mm.
unique from any other beach around the world, you go. This would be the place.
Yeah, yeah. I would recommend to go to Paje. Can you
Paje.
translate? Can you say Paje? Paje.
Yeah, I can definitely say Paje, but maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
meaning, the meaning would be a challenge for me. Does it have a meaning? Does it mean something?
yeah. Apache, it's a local name
Okay.
that that was just given a beach, which I can I, I don't actually have the meaning of that,
Okay.
but it's a local name. You know,
Okay. Cool.
sometimes sometimes you go to the place where you are in where the place which you are going, it's in
Mm-hmm.
your country,
Yeah.
and then the name is there, which you also don't know the name, but you know this is a name from our language.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
this happens a lot because
Mm,
when you see in every town or in every city, there
mm,
is always sometimes even the villages we come from. When you ask,
yeah.
let me say, the people listening or watching this podcast right now,
Yeah.
what is the meaning of the village
Mm,
that you live in? I think a big number would not know the meaning of the village where they live.
yeah. It will be a bit challenging.
Yeah. But anyway, moving forward, because you mentioned about Zanzibar being a place that is rich with culture,
Mm,
and this I really agree because you mentioned that you've had a series of like the Portuguese people, or the Arabic people, the African people, um, like very many people have mixed up in Zanzibar.
yes.
Talking culture, these culture experiences, because they're often very memorable to the visitors and people who go to different places.
Mm,
Yeah.
yes.
What local traditions, music, or food should visitors make sure to experience while they're in Zanzibar?
Sorry, could you repeat again?
Yeah, I was still talking about this with the culture experiences because they are often very memorable. And I wanted to
Mm,
ask you from your as a local person and a guide in this respect, what local
mm.
traditions or activities like music or food should visitors make sure they experience when they visit the island of Zanzibar?
Okay. Wow. That's really good question. I
You
didn't
have a lot.
expect that. Yeah. I have a lot to say about it,
Yeah,
but I'll keep it simple. Mm?
yeah.
Yeah, so first I would recommend trying Swahili food, like a
Swahili food.
pilau, like a
Okay,
pilau and urojo. Ronjo is a Zanzibar mix. It's a kind of
Okay.
soup mixing with a meat. If you are not vegetarian, if you're vegetarian, you might find some, vegetables inside, and
Okay.
also cassava, badia, kachori from India, cassava from Portuguese,
I saw
mixing
cassava
to
is from the Portuguese,
it's coming from Portuguese,
and then
and then
the other one from India.
yeah, a badia and kachori from India, and then you might also find a meat inside,
Okay.
a soup from Zanzibar. That's why it's called Zanzibar mix, which is very very great. It's kind of soup
Okay.
that give you the taste of Zanzibar. And then another
Okay.
thing, I would also recommend you to experience Zanzibar music. We call it Arab. Uh,
Okay. Is it special? Is special music?
it's special music. We have our own music, which is really, really amazing. If you listen, you might feel like somebody's cleaning your heart.
It talks to your heart. Music to the
Yeah, you may
soul.
feel like, even though you don't understand Swahili, but you may feel like, well, so sometimes you
Okay.
feel like you're connecting, which is really, really great. And
Yeah,
also, I would
music is
also
a
invite,
universal language.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
universal language. So
yeah,
as
exactly.
long as the rhythm connects with your soul, we're good to go.
Mm-hmm. And the good thing, when I was in the reason why I say it's also connecting with your soul, when I was in Uganda, there's a song called the Tusimbude, and then I was like, I
I
I
know this song.
I didn't know the name, I didn't
Mhm.
know the meaning about it, but I was like connecting with the vibe, Tusimbude. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this song is connecting to me.
Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and another one I'll also recommend you to visit during the festival, like Mwaka Kogwa, a traditional festival here in Zanzibar.
Okay.
This traditional really brings Zanzibar culture alive.
Okay. And what happens there?
So, for
What?
example, we have a local a festival like Mwaka Kogwa.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a local traditional which is happen every year,
Okay.
June to July,
Okay, June to
which is
July.
shows, uh, which is a celebration of Swahili New Year,
Ah,
where
okay.
locals gathered together and then make the days to be celebrated. And then we have
That's
also,
interesting.
yeah, really, really interesting, really, really interesting. I have a video which is on my YouTube. I would recommend you also to
Yeah,
go
yeah. We shall definitely
and
check it.
see it. Yeah, you'll see that it has a lot of explanation. Why is it called Mwaka Kogwa?
Okay. Ah,
And then
okay.
now the Mwaka Kogwa happened in Makunduchi, which is a bit 80, 60 to 80 kilometers from Zanzibar town. But before
Okay.
it was happening in Zanzibar town, before it was
Okay.
happening in Zanzibar town, which is a waterfront, Forodhani.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I would also recommend you the day that you'll be coming here to Zanzibar. I will be here
Okay.
waiting for you, bro.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And then maybe to be a little bit personal,
Mm.
because you've recommended us as like the tourists and the people who want to visit Zanzibar. But now on a personal level, you as a
Mm.
person, do you have a person favorite activity or place on this island? One that you go to, and even when you are not doing your work as a tour guide around Zanzibar.
Mm.
Please walk us through it. Hmm. If you're
I
not going
love
as
to
a
go.
guide,
Yeah, if I'm not working as a guide,
yeah, that
I
one
love.
place you go with your friends,
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
you got
First,
tourists
I
around you
love.
guys.
I love going to Jozani Forest. It's
Okay,
a place full of life, especially with the red calabash monkey. For me, it's a place to relax and recommend with and reconnect with the nature.
okay.
And another one, it's at the beach. To be honest, uh, this podcast is happening today, Saturday, but I'm supposed to be at the beach right now.
You're supposed to be at the beach.
Yeah, every
And
every every weekend, every
Okay,
weekend here in Zanzibar, I go to the beach,
okay.
and that is a
And is there a specific one or just random beaches?
yeah. I go random beaches,
Yeah, from here,
you know,
here you
and
just
the good things about and the good things about Zanzibar beach is every beach has its own unique style.
yeah. I
So
think this
it
what
is,
makes you guys really unique.
yeah, it is my feeling. If I want to go to the beach, which is more relaxing, I
Hmm?
choose where to go.
Okay,
If I want to go to the place which is if I want to go to the beach which is more surrounded with locals, I go to the town. You
okay.
know,
And these beaches,
it's
would you mention some? Like
yeah.
maybe
There's a beach called
if it's for
mm,
relaxing, where would you go? If it's
yeah.
for
So,
connecting with the locals, where would you go? Something like this.
mm, yeah, for example, if you want to meet a locals, interact with the local, very easy. Huh?
Okay.
I would recommend you to go to the Stone Town Beach.
Stone Town Beach. That's
Not
near the town.
yeah, near the Forodhani. It is near the Forodhani Garden. It's
Okay.
actually in the town. And
Okay.
and then if you want to, I'm talking about the Stone Town. I'm talking about the town's area beaches where you can go and you know having based on your optional. So
Okay.
if you want to go to to the beach, which is more relaxing, where you can
Mm-hmm.
reflect, I even shared the video on my YouTube,
Yeah.
which is called Mbweni Beach. That
Mbweni
beach is
Beach.
really, yeah, that beach is really amazing. It's a beach where you're able to see the magnificent sunset.
Okay. This is where you see the beautiful sunsets.
Yeah, yeah, very,
So is
very
it
beautiful.
is it the beach where when they mention Zanzibar, where they make these nice photos of sunsets? Could this be the beach?
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, exactly. And then there's so many beaches like that where you'll see the beautiful sunset.
Okay.
Almost all of the beaches in Zanzibar, but there's a kind of a beach which is more relaxing, and then you feel
Okay.
like you are connecting with the sun. You know,
Okay.
if you are in town area, I would recommend you to go to Weni Beach.
Mbweni Beach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Weni.
that's really helpful because then someone will be listening to this podcast and
Mm,
they want planning to come to Zanzibar, then they know what to request for you to put for them in the itinerary. Whether you take them to the relaxing beach or to the
mm,
loud and more
mm.
more people around them. So I think that piece of information is really very important.
Yeah,
And
and
you
another
mentioned
thing,
about that. Yeah, please
and
go on.
another thing, and another thing. For example, Ambwani Beach is really, really, it's really, really amazing. If you go in the morning, early in the morning, you'll be
Okay.
able to see the water far from the place where you are, 3 to 4 kilometers away from you.
No way.
I'm telling you.
It's not-
But if
when you go there in the morning,
in the morning,
okay,
the water's not there. The water is not there. So locals are going there looking for the octopus, especially women's going there looking
okay,
for the octopus, collecting seaweeds. But if you go there in evenings where you see uh, uh, waters are coming, full of life, people are enjoying swimming, but go there and in the morning you can't even imagine if this magical happen here in Zanzibar.
this is magical. It's blowing my mind right now.
Yes.
How do you explain that? Because in the morning there's no water, then in the evening there is water.
Yeah, the water is
So
it's not there in the in the evening, but if you go in the morning, there's no water, which is called the low tide and high tide, which is also
okay,
you-
so it's a
yeah when we were
geographical thing.
studying yeah when you're studying geography, you also knew that, but in Zanzibar, it's a exact place where you can see the low tide and high tide here.
Yeah, because when you see it in the books or when you hear about it in class, it
Mm.
doesn't sound like it's a magical thing. But when you
Yeah,
mention that you see it that the water is not there and the water is
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Crazy,
exactly.
crazy,
It's
crazy.
really crazy.
It's
I
more
also made a
amazing.
video about it. The video is already there.
For sure, definitely people should go check out
Mm.
your work. And
Yeah,
do you want to mention the channel where you're uploading your work that people can already check it?
yeah. My channel, it's on YouTube. It's called Father's SPOBI.
For this for me.
Father's SPOBI. Is there
Okay.
already. You'll find me there at the video which I uploaded, and then make sure you subscribe it.
Yeah.
My channel and the Bushman, Life of Bushman channel. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. The diary of
yeah,
a bushman.
yeah, the Diary of the Bushman. It's this is a really a wonderful platform. To
Yeah,
interact with the
thank you.
people.
Mhm.
Making a memorable experience.
Yes,
As long
that's
as
really
bringing the
interesting.
impact, there's really bringing the impact. So the life, a diary of a bushman. Don't
Bushman.
forget to subscribe it.
Yeah, you've mentioned memorable stories, and
Mm.
I'm really curious because you're a tour guide and you're a
Yeah.
local person there, so you've seen very many visitors coming to Zanzibar, and also through you, you've handled quite very many, and I've interacted with some, and they say it was really a good experience working with
Mm.
you, and I'm really curious. Huh? Do you remember of any guest reactions to one of these top experiences? Something that really stuck with you? Because, like you mentioned, this with the tides, or where the water goes, and then water is back, and then there is space at some part of the day. To me, this was mind blowing, and I'm imagining the visitors that come around. Do you have any stories of such?
Yes, yes, exactly. A
Please.
good example. I, I once guided a guest to a spice farm, and she was amazed. She was amazed by how cinnamon comes from the dark of a tree.
Okay.
And then she said, "I will never look at my kitchen the same way again." So,
Okay.
so moment like that, a moment like that, remind me how special these experiences are.
Yeah, for sure. Because
Mm.
just talking about it alone and some of these experiences, they're mind blowing to be honest. They're mind blowing because
Yeah, exactly,
they're
exactly.
beyond common sense. Like how some of these things happen and how they are, and you have them down there in real life. I think it's a special thing worth exploring.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing which you know, I made a lot of memory to the visitors, and
Okay.
then when I approach the visitors, first I ask them some question to see where they are coming from.
Yeah, sure.
See, so if you are coming from Germany, I would say
Okay.
you are having a good connection with Zanzibar. You are
Tell us
connect,
all that
yeah,
because I
you are
have
connecting with Zanzibar.
many friends from
Mm,
Germany who would be really
mm.
interested to know
Yeah,
something like this.
yeah. So Germans here in Zanzibar, what uh they were doing? That's a that's really good question. And the answer is here in Zanzibar, Germans were doing a business of
Okay.
exporting seashells, cowrie shells.
Ah,
Yes, from Zanzibar to West Africa,
okay.
where seashells were money. There was currency. Seashells was currency.
So she says
See,
like money today.
yes, there was money in West Africa,
So
and
the
the
Germans
German
were
people.
in this money business.
Yeah, there was the money business. You see,
My German friends are gonna like this.
yeah, you see,
Please.
and then, uh, the guy who was doing that business was called Rudolf Heinrich Rute. Yeah,
Okay.
he's currently from Hamburg.
From
where he
Untold.
was, yeah, he was living here in Zanzibar
Okay.
with his business, you know,
Ah, okay.
and
So he
then
had his
and
business
then
in Zanzibar.
yeah, and that business was called uh, a Hansing and Co. company, which with that company was dealing with exporting seashells to West Africa as money, as currency.
So these guys were
So
already in business since long.
yeah, exactly. They were really doing a really great business. Huh? So
That's it.
with that, with that connecting, if I tell somebody from Germany, will stay, will be like interesting, and stay in touch with me. That is how I do. So I
Okay.
connect the reality and experience that I have and the knowledge that I have, and it bring this to the person uh, to connect the feeling and choose me to be a guide.
Ah, for sure. That means that,
Mm.
for example, people from Germany should be the
Yeah,
first people to come down to Zanzibar because they have a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
connection down
yeah,
there.
yeah. Really, there is even so the guy from Germany, he's also married a princess of Zanzibar.
Tell us more about this. This is interesting.
So that I bring back to the story of Princess Salme. So Princess Salme,
Okay. Who was
uh,
this lady?
yeah, her really name was Sayyida Salme. She was born and raised there in Zanzibar, where her father was Sultan Sayyid, a Sultan of Zanzibar. Sultan means the Arab leader.
Okay.
So Princess Salme was Zanzibar's only female writer in the 19th
Ah,
century.
what happened to
So
the other females?
exactly. And the question comes how she became a writer in the 19th century.
Okay.
Uh, she became a writer by uh, because after during the Arab rulers, women were not given enough time uh, to learn more.
Okay.
See, so they were um, they were not they were not allowed to know how to write. They were only allowed on how to take care of the husband, you know, washing dishes, how to manage the plantation, you know, and how to do the housework. Only
So those were
that
the roles of the women
of
in
women in
Zanzibar
Zanzibar.
during this
But
time.
yes, but not how to, and they're not allowed how to write.
Okay. So
So
they're not
Princess
allowed to
Salme,
learn how to write.
yeah, exactly. So Princess Salme break the tradition, teaching herself how to write, copying a letters from a holy Quran into an animal shoulder board.
Ah, okay. So she did this all by herself as a
Yes,
way of
exactly.
rebelling to this system of
Mm,
making ladies not to write.
exactly,
Then she taught
exactly.
herself how to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And the
Oh,
question will
wow.
come how she used her ability of write here in Zanzibar, where she used the ability to write here in Zanzibar by helping one of her young brother. It's called
Okay.
Barahash, to help the older brother after their father died.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
So this
So
one
their father,
now,
yeah. So Princess Salma's father died at the age of 56 and left uh 36 children
36 children
and 75 wives.
and 75 wives. Really
Yes.
sad man.
Uh,
Tell us more about this guy.
he was enjoying for sure.
This guy should be in the Guinness Book of Records.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. And that is how polygamy is
Oh
coming
wow!
from.
Because we always
Yes.
thought like in the Muslim culture it should be maybe four women. We hear four a lot, but this guy
Yeah.
was in 75 women.
75, yeah, 75
Man,
wives. So
crazy.
how so Princess Salma used to write uh a letters to the young brother who was in
Okay.
prison,
Okay. The
which
brother was
there
in
was,
prison.
yes, the young brother was in prison because
Okay.
he wanted to take a control, while the older brother, uh, was the one who took over.
Okay.
See, so the young brother didn't like that situation where his older brother was really, really connecting with the British, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mr. Salma used to write letters, send it to the young brother. After that, the uh, the older brother knew the situation
Okay.
where uh, he sent him again to India.
Okay. So then he was sent
Yeah,
now to India.
to India. So Princess Salma was chased away from the palace and was given to a house which is near to the road of Heinrich Route.
Okay.
So
I'm
Rudolf,
seeing how it's now connecting.
yeah.
Go
So
on.
so Rudolf Heinrich Rute was a bachelor, a really, really
Okay.
a bachelor.
Minding his business.
Mhm, after seeing my neighbor is a princess from Germany, is a princess from Zanzibar. Why can't I show her how Germans party were organized?
Okay. For sure, my
So
German friends are gonna like this.
yeah, so I threw the window on upper floor. Huh?
Okay.
Princess Salme used to watch party, huh? Every day,
Okay.
given
Okay.
by Rudolph.
This is interesting. Go on, Fadil.
So so later they become friends and the deep love developed.
Okay.
After 1 year of their loving life, Princess
Yeah.
Salme realized that she's going to have a baby
Okay.
based
From
with
the
our from German
yeah,
guy.
from German guy. Yeah. Yeah.
So based with our tradition here, you're not allowed to have a baby without having a
Yeah.
marriage. You know, and
In
then
many
two
in many
religion.
African cultures, it was always like that.
Mm, yeah, and then two tradition, two religion. Are having babies not that's something easy.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
she was Muslim
She was Muslim
and
and Rudolph was
and he
Christian.
and who okay.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that was forbidden during this time.
Yeah, it was really, really forbidden. So Princess
Yeah.
Salme and Rudolf Heinrich Rute made a decision of escaping Zanzibar. It was a night of Swahili New Year. It's called the Mwaka Kogwa, which is happening in Stone Town. Princess Salme, at the night of Mwaka Kogwa celebration, left as Zanzibar, you know, herself, while Rudolph remained in Zanzibar because when they go together, the Sultan will realize
Yeah.
the situation.
Hmm.
So Princess Salma went direct to Yemen uh, to wait for the another dhow that could take her to Germany, Hamburg,
Okay.
where she stayed in Yemen for a few months, and later on the way to Germany, uh,
From
she
Yemen.
got a child. The child was called Heinrich.
Henry?
Yes, it was called Heinrich.
No way.
Telling you.
You know why this
So,
is interesting? I have
mm,
a German friend called Henry.
you really? Wow.
Yeah. He's gonna like this.
Yeah. So on the way to Germany, the baby Heinrich died on the way. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that
was
is the
really,
very
really,
sad part.
it was really, really sad for Princess Salme.
Yeah.
And later, as soon as she arrived to Germany in Hamburg, she waited for a few months, and then later, the Rudolf Heinrich Rute said, "Why can't I live here Zanzibar alone? Let me go and join my wife."
Okay.
No, so Rudolf went to Hamburg for the first time. Rudolf arrived in Hamburg, took Princess Salme to the uh, to the to the church, and the Princess Salme decided. to change her religion from Muslim to Christianity. And then
Ah,
she became Emily Rute.
so now she even changed the name from Princess
Yeah,
Salme. This
yes,
would be like the
she
Muslim
became,
name.
yes,
Then
she
she
became
changed it.
Emily Rute.
Emily
Mm,
used to be a Christian name.
yeah, her
So this,
decision wasn't easy. No,
yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
even.
easy for that. So later they got three more children,
Ah,
and the
okay,
second and the second children was called the Sayyid, is the name of a Princess Salme's father.
okay,
Mhm.
but Christian, because Said would be a
But
Muslim name.
Christian, yes,
Okay, it
you
was
see,
just
eh?
for the father, just to
Yes.
in
Mm,
respect of the father.
yeah, exactly. So Princess Salme stayed in Germany for more than 20 years.
Okay,
She wanted to come back home. You know, home is home,
okay,
right?
yeah,
Home
east or
sweet home.
west,
hmm
home is always the
So
best.
after Rudolf Heinrich died at the age of 50, at, at the age of 37 to 40, Rudolf Heinrich died, crushed by a train. So Prince Salma was very, very sad, but she was very, very intelligent. She used to teach Swahili and Arabic in Germany.
She used to teach Swahili and Arabic in Germany
Germany,
in
yes.
these
And
in these early days.
yes, until right now, many people from Germany, they are the fastest person to know Swahili because Swahili
So
is also there.
from the European countries,
Mm,
the some German people were the first to learn a little bit of Swahili.
exactly. Yes, yes, I would say that. I would say that.
That's interesting.
You see, so she wanted to come back home, home sweet home, and and at the time that she came to Zanzibar, the young brother was the Sultan.
Okay, the brother she used to send letters in prison
Mhm.
has now become the Sultan of Zanzibar.
Mhm. Yes, the the young brother, after hearing that the Princess Salma is already in Zanzibar, huh?
Okay.
And the question was, why Princess Salma changed the religion? So he break the tradition. So I will not allow her to even touch the land.
Oh, I thought
So
he'd
the
be happy.
no,
So he
he
was
wasn't
angry that
happy.
he changed the
Mm,
religion to Christianity, and now
yeah.
he forgot every nice thing she was doing for him when he was in prison.
Yes, he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. He said, I will not welcome you to Zanzibar."
Zanzibar.
So Princess Salma came to Zanzibar with a boat, uh, a marine transport, but
Okay.
couldn't even touch the land. Was crying and come back again to Germany with a
Ah, so
with a lot of
she had to
sadness.
go back.
Yeah, she had to go back to Germany. So it wasn't easy for her. She came back again for the second time, where she
Okay.
wasn't allowed again, but she visited as a tourist. Imagine
Okay.
you, imagine you, a bushman, coming
Touristic.
from Uganda as a tourist.
So that
Eh?
was the only way she could visit her sweet home.
Yes, yes, that was the only way. Hmm?
Oh, that is
She
really
walked,
sad.
yeah, she walked on the land with the tears on her face,
Yeah.
seeing the place that she was raised. You
Mm-hmm.
know, after after a few uh, after a few weeks, she said, "Yeah, I'm going to find my own Zanzibar."
Ah, okay.
Yeah, there's a place which she went. I forgot the place, but she found a place uh, which is there also in Europe,
Okay.
where she was like saying, "This is my Zanzibar now." She built a
Okay.
house. She built a house and make all decoration of Zanzibar style. In Zanzibar we
Mm-hmm.
have our own architectural style.
Yeah.
No,
That
so
is
she
unique to
built
Zanzibar.
yeah, exactly. She was built the place like that, and then she was like, "This is my
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar." Hmm. Later, she came back to Germany, where she died in Jena.
In?
Jena.
Okay.
It's called Jena or Jena. It's called Jena exactly. in Germany, where she died uh, in 1921.
Oh,
Where
and that was
she,
the end of a beautiful love story.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But imagine this story if you gave us somebody from Germany, you feel like it's really, really
Yeah,
connecting
that's
to
it,
Zanzibar.
there's a big connection over there. This story
Really?
can make a movie.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
This story can make it because it has every component. It has the
Yeah,
sad
exactly.
part. It has the interesting part. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really,
I really
really,
appreciate
really,
it. Okay, yeah.
really, really
And
nice.
then, great Fadil. Uh, there's something that I want you to share as a local person and a tour guide in Zanzibar. And this
Yes.
should be something to do with the real practical tips for travelers who want to visit Zanzibar, who have been to Zanzibar, they want to visit again. So I would like you to share with us for for anyone who would like to visit Zanzibar. When exploring Zanzibar, what advice would you give visitors to make sure they respect the culture and enjoy the experience fully?
Well, my advice is a simple: respect the culture by by dressing modestly in towns and villages. Ask before taking photo of people. Always engaging with the locals politely. That's the way you'll be welcomed with warmth in Zanzibar.
Yeah, talk about it because in most touristic destinations, I think you see this a lot, where the visitors come in and then they dress like the way they dress at home or from their places, and then sometimes it's a culture shock with the local community where they visit.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
the other issue with the I
Mm,
think with the pictures as well,
mm.
because fine, it's a tourist destination, but there are local people who live there who don't even who are not even interested in your tourism things.
Yeah.
So you think asking before taking photos and dressing according to the culture in Zanzibar would be something that would be perceived as very respectful.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which is a 90%, 99% of people here in Zanzibar mostly.
Ah, okay.
Uh, and 1%, it's a percent that include people from different countries. All are living here like family, but
Mhm.
you cannot compare this one is a Christian or this one is a Muslim. We are all respecting our each other, and
Okay.
even if you come to the town, you'll find uh, a church
Okay.
and mosque building near to each other.
Okay.
That bring to the peace and harmony in Zanzibar. So when you are coming here, dress well.
Okay.
Um, ask before taking picture. Making sure that you are coming to the island of culture that will make you memorable.
Ah, okay. Maybe just to build a little bit around this with the dress code, because when you say dress well, that is subjective. Maybe to me, dressing
Yes.
well means putting on a bikini. Dressing well maybe means uh, I don't know, putting on something like something that covers my whole body.
Mm,
So just to
mm,
break it down,
mm.
what does dressing well in the Zanzibar culture? What does it mean? Just some examples.
Yes, you can wear any clothes you want as long as it is respecting, respect the culture, and it also should be a long. You
Okay,
know,
should be long.
yes, should be long.
So what part shouldn't you expose? Like the knees or
Yes, up to the knees.
up to at least
It'll
up
be
to the
really great.
knees?
Yes, and then for it should be wearing a simple respect dressing.
Okay.
You know, yeah. I think if I say simple respect dressing, it is understandable.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay.
not too short, not
Mm-hmm.
too long. It's like something
Okay.
that uh, makes you comfortable, and the
Okay.
people around the community of Zanzibar make them
Mm-hmm.
comfortable.
Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
is something that I would recommend for visitors who would like to come to Zanzibar.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you come with your own dress, that will be, yeah, that would be a bit
Yeah, that will create
not
a
really
culture
good.
shock.
Yes, exactly. You'll break the rules of
Yeah,
Zanzibar.
and then because it's a Muslim dominated community, I would say.
Yes.
So you think the Muslim values, which are like which the most people know around the world, these values about dress code and everything, they still apply in Zanzibar as well.
Mm.
Oh, and the other thing would be that would be for the ladies. How about for the men? Is there anything special that they should watch out in their dress code or something like this?
Yeah, all of them should wear the same.
Ah, okay, okay,
Yeah,
it
all
applies
of
for
them the
everyone.
same. Yeah, it is for everyone. Though
Okay.
if you are, there is a kind of dressing when you are at the beach, you can
Mm-hmm.
at the beach you can wear where you want because that is the beach
Okay.
area,
Yeah.
where you need refreshment. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to the place where you engage with the people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dress well.
Ah, okay. So even if a man should not move around showing your six pack in the community where, huh?
The bushman. Yeah, exactly.
You can show your six pack at the beach. That is
Yeah.
fine
You can show,
at the beach.
you can
That's
show
fine.
your, yeah, you can show your sex body at the beach, but it's come to the engaging with the people, dress well.
Yeah. Ah, that's noted for sure. And with the photos, should be always
Yeah,
be asking. Someone should always ask before they take photos.
yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, that would be really, really
Mhm.
amazing.
I think that's polite. That's polite. I think everywhere.
Yeah.
If you need to take someone's photo or someone's property's photo, I think a simple gesture of request would be. I think this would be a general rule for every traveler anywhere, not only in Zanzibar.
Yes, and not
So I
only in
think it's
Zanzibar.
respectful. Yeah, I think it applies
Yeah,
everywhere for sure.
mm, exactly.
Ah, I think now this takes us to your recommendation about the best time of the year to visit some of like these places and the activities. What is the best time of the year for someone to visit or to explore Zanzibar, in your opinion?
Yeah, the best time is from June to October
Okay,
or December to February. Yeah,
okay.
the weather is the reason why I choose this month is the
Mm-hmm.
weather is dry and perfect
Okay.
for exploring both beaches and cultural sites.
Ah, okay. So this is the best time because the weather is also very nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ah, okay. And are these the busy times you're doing a lot with the tourists and everything?
Sorry.
Is it also a good time for you as someone who lives in Zanzibar? Apart from the tourism part, is it like a nice time to chill around in Zanzibar during this time?
Yes. Yeah. It's really, really nice. Very, very nice. You
Ah,
come to
okay.
this month, June, October, December, and February,
Uh-huh.
you'll feel the taste of Zanzibar.
Really? This when you get the real taste of Zanzibar.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Though if you want to explore more, come to other months.
Okay. Because now talking about exploring and visiting Zanzibar during this time, I'm looking at someone who has a very limited time,
Yeah.
but they want to visit Zanzibar. Let me say they have a tight schedule at work and they don't have a lot of free time. And for instance, they have 2 days or like a weekend, and they would
Yes.
like to spend these 2 days in Zanzibar. Uh,
Mhm.
how would the perfect itinerary or perfect plan, how would it look like from your perspective, if
Wow,
someone
that's really
was to go
great.
there?
That's really great. If the person will be here in Zanzibar for 2 days,
Yeah.
uh, for day one, explore the town, the markets, the history, and the sunset of Forodhani Garden. Day two, visit the spice farm in the morning, and then relax at the beach like Paje or Kendua. That way, you can experience both culture and leisure.
Okay. So in these 2 days, someone has an opportunity to
Mm.
explore the culture and
Yes,
also
and leisure.
the leisure part of it.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Ah, wow, you put it really simple. It looked something very practical.
Yeah, exactly.
So so someone should not be worried because they have less time, or so even with
Yeah,
less time,
no,
someone can
mm,
have a taste of Zanzibar.
yeah, no worry. As long as you have your own expectation. You know, the good thing of Zanzibar, it's when you come here, uh, you live. You know, I know you will come with your own expectation that I want to see this and that, but when
Yeah.
you live with you'll be out of your expectation. You will see things
Okay.
that you've never even seen in your life.
Okay. That's really encouraging, and
Mm,
for sure it's something worth trying because
mm.
even for the longer stays, I think there are then more options if you have more time.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. That's interesting. And now, if I may ask,
Mm,
that Zanzibar clearly has so much to offer. In one
mm.
sentence, hmm, how would you describe the feeling visitors take home with them after experiencing it through your eyes as a local person and a tour guide?
Wow. Yeah,
These are not my questions. I'm, I'm, I'm just imagining
Mhm.
someone who wants to
Wow.
explore and they're having this in their head. What would you tell them?
Yeah, and they take home a sense of peace,
Okay.
warmth, and connection, like
Oh,
they've discovered a second home in Zanzibar.
so that would be a home away from home.
Just home away from home.
And this is why you
That's
guys are
why,
always,
yeah, that's why Zanzibar is called the Hakuna Matata Island.
yeah,
Uh,
the Hakuna Matata
no
Island.
worry. Yeah,
No
Hakuna
worries.
Matata Island. No worries, Island.
That, that sums it really well,
Yeah.
especially in this noisy world where we're having lots of people have a lot of stress because when you see
Mm,
the stress levels are very high in this generation,
mm,
depression and all those challenges are happening to people because of reasons you can fully understand of the different
mm,
pressures people have. So when you talk about something like this, where there is a place where you don't have to worry about anything, where everything
mm.
is akuna matata, this
Yes,
sounds like a
exactly.
heaven,
Mm,
a piece of heaven.
everything. Everything Hakuna Matata.
Yeah. Uh, and finally, just to help someone who's listening to this podcast or watching us right now, and they are
Mm,
really interested in visiting Zanzibar. And finally, if listeners want to book a tour with a local guide like yourself, where should
mm.
they start?
Yes, the easy part, they can reach out to me directly through my social
Okay,
media,
okay,
special Facebook, Instagram, or or through my WhatsApp.
okay,
Yes, but I'm currently working with. I've been having the Airbnb account.
okay,
Now I've just stopped it for like 6 months, but I'm looking forward to renew it again. There's also an opportunity for you guys to book my tours. I'm
okay,
working around on the TripAdvisor right now. Maybe today or
okay.
tomorrow it'll be online.
Hmm.
That's also another opportunity for booking with me. And currently, I've been creating a social website which is called
Okay,
SPOBI Escapade. That's, that would be also an opportunity to book my tours
okay.
as long uh, as all a traveler will be happy and design the best experience while you are here with me.
Yeah. So basically, there are very many possibilities where someone can be
Yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly,
And if
exactly.
someone
Yes,
wants you, what exactly you, that's also possible. Like I
yes,
want to
exactly.
go with SPOBI should be my guide. That is also possible,
It is 100% possible.
but no extra pay, is it?
No, 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 no. If
No
you
extra
want,
pay.
if you want a SPOBI, and then you'll get a SPOBI.
Okay. Okay, that's really
Mm,
interesting because someone would really want to experience Zanzibar through your eyes or
mm,
through your recommendations. So
mm,
it's possible, and
mm.
the links to the uh, to the to the platforms where someone can book you are right on your screen there. You can see them, so you can always book SPOBI if you
Yeah,
want him in person or if you want his recommendation about anything to do with Zanzibar. You can reach out to
yeah,
him and then, yeah, give him business. I think it's always good to
mm,
support
mm,
the local businesses because at least
mm.
this is how they also benefit from their own spaces and environments, other than
Yeah,
only
exactly.
supporting the big multinational companies that only take away the resources of the locals. So
Exactly.
I think this cuts across all spaces. It's always nice to explore the world through the eyes of the local because they understand their environment and community more than anyone else.
Yes, exactly.
Great, Swabi. Before we conclude, there is something
Mm,
that is really we are doing on this podcast. We conclude. We have a simple culture here at the Diary of a Bushman,
mm.
where the previous guest on the show leaves a question for the guest on the show to answer. And then the guest on the show, after answering the question, they can also leave a question to the guest who will be hosted next. It happens to be that our previous guests on the show were
Mm,
three um, individuals, and they all left questions.
mm.
So my question to you would be: would you like to take on all the three questions, or would you like to take one of the questions?
One question.
You'd like to take one question.
Yes, one.
Okay, I think that's fair. And so what I'll do, um, I would read for you the questions,
Mm.
and then you'll choose one of the questions.
Okay, yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
Okay. So one of the questions was, would you be of impact in someone's life? And if yes, how? And then the second
Mm,
question was, in which world would you imagine living in?
mm.
And the third question was, can you explain the sun to a blind person? Or how would you explain the sun to a blind person?
Uh-huh. I take the second one.
You'll take the second one,
Yes, the second one.
where it asks, in which world would you imagine
Yes,
living
yes,
in?
yes,
So this was a
exactly.
question from Edgar
Mm,
of Common Canvas,
mm.
and we want to hear your answer. And the question is, which world would you imagine living in?
Yes, I imagine living in a world where young people are fully empowered to discover their potential, create opportunities, and lead a positive change in their communities. A world where creativity, innovation, and compassion guide our actions, and where every person, no matter their background, has the chance to contribute meaningful. Most importantly, I imagine a world with collaboration rather than competition, where we celebrate diversity and work together to solve the challenges we face.
Oh, thank you. That was really powerful.
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly.
And the part B of the question of the request would be, what question would you want to leave behind to the next guest on the show?
Yes, my question will be, if Zanzibar is Hakuna Matata Island, which island will you go?
If Zanzibar, if Zanzibar is Hakuna Matata Island,
Mhm.
which island?
Will you go or will you be visited in this world?
Okay. So which island would you visit?
Yes.
Okay. So that will be the question, and it will be forwarded to the next guest on the show. Otherwise,
Yes.
we want to appreciate you for your time and for your effort and for your willing to share for us this very important information, because otherwise
Yes.
we'd have to pay for it, or we have to uh, like learn it the hard way.
Mm,
But you freely came out and gave out
mm,
this information that is very important, and we want
yes.
to thank you very much. And we always want to let you know that you're always welcome to share
Mm,
more about about Zanzibar, more about social entrepreneurship, more about personal development, and very many other disciplines that I know you're really good in. But for today, it was Zanzibar, the tourism
yeah.
destination, and we thank you very much. And
Mm,
from the Diary of a Bushman, we thank you for your time and
mm,
yeah, and your contribution. Thank you very much.
yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here in the Diary of Bushman. This is my first podcast ever that I've never done in my life.
Oh my
Um,
God, you're so privileged.
yeah, I'm looking forward to share more.
More and more.
Yeah, and then I usually called Mr. Available. I'm available. Let
Mr.
me know.
Available.
Yeah,
Oh,
let me know.
that's so clean, yeah.
Yeah, let me know anytime you wish me to share the places which I'm engaging with, especially in the youth empowerment, social businesses, or tourism sector.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that
you
would be
very
really,
much.
really great to be open. And I'll say goodbye, bye bye, kwaheri,
Kwaheri, kwaheri.
kwaheri.